Another Souls-like title in a row. Souls-like genre is becoming like Corona. It's everywhere and it doesn't exist actually. So let's go to sections and rate Mortal Shell. Story as the first section. My understanding of Mortal Shell's story is zero. Nada. Potatoes. There is a story hidden somewhere along its lines, but man, it's so hard to understand what is actually happening in this game. I don't even want to bother to find out, because it is a very short game also. 2 out of 10 for story. Next section, game bugs and optimization. It's optimized well. I had no bugs, without glitches, and not a single crash. It worked smooth in 99% of time. Stuttering only happened when I stepped into a trap. 8 out of 10 for game bugs and optimization. Game time is the next section. It's a very short Souls-like. If you rush it and you shoot, 4 hours is needed for the first playthrough. If you want to visit every corner of the world, 10 to 11 hours is the maximum game time with zero replay value on New Game Plus. This is a very expensive game and it offers nothing in return. 2 out of 10 for game time. Next section, game difficulty. This is a very hard game in its first 2 hours or so. After that it becomes easier and easier and easier until it becomes brain dead easy. Once you get used to the delayed attacks and when you become overpowered with upgrades and items, it might be the hardest Souls-like ever though in the first 2 hours, to be honest. It's not a game that I would recommend to beginners for sure. Enemies are fine, AI is solid but closer to being brain dead. Bosses on the other hand, they are very easy and nearly all of them are brain dead. 5 out of 10 for game difficulty. Next section, maps and graphics. Well, there is a huge main hub, starting area that covers forests and swamps, dungeon-like area that covers ice and catacombs, temple-like area that's similar to Anor Londo from Souls, and a pure castle dungeon crawling area. That's it. Those would be all areas and maps in the game. There is no minimap, most of locations look similar, and you'll get lost quite often. Graphics, they're solid, they were done in Unreal Engine 4. Some of the areas in the game look really good. Animations are not on spot in combat. Hitboxes were off quite often also. 5 out of 10. Gameplay, the most important part. Is it Souls-like? Yes, it is. You have parry, block, which is called harden here, weapon skills, kick, run and stab attacks, light and heavy attacks, everything is there. But it's at least 5 times worse than Souls. Movement is clunky, attack delays are visible, exploration is not rewarding at all. It's a mediocre gameplay on a mediocre Souls-like. There is not more to say about it. 5 out of 10. Seems fair to me. Leveling and itemization. Instead of Souls, you get tar when you kill enemies. With tar, you'll buy items. Enemies leave no XP, and there is no leveling stats in this Souls-like. You'll start on level 1, you'll finish with level 1. What you can upgrade are weapons, 4 in total. Yes, you heard well, 4 weapons are in the game and 4 mortal shells to acquire. Mortal shells, they're your armor sets basically. A tank, a thief, bruiser, and a mix of those 3. Every mortal shell has its own unique weapon. Mace, short sword, long sword, and hammer and chisel. You level up weapons with weapon parts that you'll find along the way to boost your damage output, and you level up your mortal shells by spending glimpses. Upgrades are classic. Boost HP, get second wind chance. You can stack damage on killing enemies, and so on. What can I say? It's an interesting idea behind leveling system, but it's hollow. 6 out of 10 for leveling and itemization. NPCs and Enemies as the next section. There are around 15 different enemies in the game and 8 bosses in total. I liked enemy design and I hated boss designs. 4 NPCs in total to converse and trade with. That's it. Brain dead AI for bosses, I killed most of them on the first attempt, including the final boss of the game. 5 out of 10. Last section. Music and sound. Forgettable music. I don't even know if music exists, to be honest. I can't remember a single tune. And I played it yesterday. I finished it yesterday. Solid sound effects though. Voice acting was very good. Every line of Mortal Shell's leveling is voice acted. All NPCs, 4 of them in total, are fully voice acted. 7 out of 10. Conclusion. We got 9 sections with exactly 45 points, and that would be 5 out of 10 for Mortal Shell. What can I say? Good play for one Sunday afternoon. Game is dark and it's mature. I like that part in it. It's really, really dark. But it's another failure in Souls-like genre. It does everything worse than Souls. Like every single aspect of the game is worse. If you can deal with it, even then I say you wait for sale, because this game is overpriced and it shouldn't be more than $10. I thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.